I always wondered if you truly loved football, because I didn't get the feeling that it was the most important thing to you, whereas, and you're always compared to Peyton Manning. For Peyton, it was his life.
Right.
Like, he loved it. I didn't think you loved football.
I think I loved what came with it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for the longest time, before it became something bigger than me, I loved it. I mean, I would spend hours in the film room with Coach Price. I would be on the football field. I loved to practice. I just hated going into work because of what the constant criticism, the back and forth with my teammates. And I really didn't think that money was going to change me. But when I got all that money, I just was like, I got everything I need. And I want to do this other cool stuff.
What was it like, that first check that you got, signing bonus?
Well, I was angry as hell because so many taxes were taken out of it. So I called my dad and I said, I was almost crying for how much money was taken out in taxes. And he made it very clear to me. He said, son, the more money that's coming out in taxes means the more money you're getting paid. Just keep that in perspective. So, but yeah, that was really.
How much was that?
Well, they split it up. It was $11.25 million. Wow.
So you got a check for 11?
No, they split it into three things.
Okay.
So the first one was
you poor thing. How did you get by on $3.4 million?
$3.85 million.
What did you do? That next day, you got the first check for almost $4 million.
Well, my dad set me up with a proper financial advisor, and it went there. I mean, I started out the right way.
You didn't do anything stupid originally.
No, I didn't. It's crazy, right? You're in college and you can't afford anything, and no one will get anything for you. But then when you're in the pros and you can buy anything you want, everybody wants to give you some. So they gave me a Toyota 4Runner to drive around in. So I drove I didn't go out and buy a car. I think the biggest thing I did, my mom took me down, we looked for some furniture, and I got a big TV, a large TV was the first purchase I ever really made with that money. Yeah.
How long did it take for that money was gone?
A long time. It takes a long time to get rid of that money. I mean,
it's all gone now.
That money's all gone now. Now I'm making new money.
Okay.
So that's different. But yes, that was the hardest part. Even when I walked out of prison, the last thing I held on to was the idea that I was broke for other people. I still wanted people to believe that I had money. That made me more important. Even if I was this drug addict and felon and all of these things, being rich was still what made me powerful and important.
But in your mind, you don't want to tell somebody you're flat broke walking out of prison.
No, but I did. I pretty much did on your show, within, I pretty much came out and with the help of a bunch of people that have really continued to build me back up, they just blatantly said, hey, you being transparent and you being honest about everything, because people already know this, Ryan. You're not fooling anybody, I don't think.
You thought you were.
Yeah, no, I thought I was for the longest time, right? I thought when I walked into a room and I was a mess and walked out, I didn't think anybody actually saw what was going on. And so, yeah, that was that whole that whole thing that I held on to the last. It was like this huge pride thing that was the last thing, the last domino to fall. And when it did, it just opened up an unbelievable life for me. I walked out of prison. I couldn't rub two pennies together. I wouldn't have been able to go into treatment if it weren't for the NFL and their programs. And that's where it started.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune into Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV. Stream for free on BR Live or download the Dan Patrick Show app.